So we'll see where is our website now. Okay, so I put the status here. Actually, we will use this status also on this page if someone wants to enable or disable this campaign. So let's put it at proper place. So I have the create one. I will check all your assignments in some time. Let me first put this at proper place. So I have to start with the grade item access 12 for this also. And then I have to close the grade. Okay, so I get the status. Let's change the label to status only. And for enable, let's pass the key of 1, and for disable, let's pass the key of 0. And I will check now. Enabled. It's saying status of 1. Okay, so it always converts into the string format. So let's make it only string format 1 and 0, and when we try to submit it, we will submit it in the numeric format. Okay, let's do it again. Status enable, so you will see status 1. If I say disable, it's saying the status of 0. So initially I will give the default value of status to 1. That is, it is enabled, and someone wants to make it disabled, they can disable it. Let it be there for create and edit both. And even if he wants to make it disabled at the first time, it's okay. Whatever he likes, he can do it. So I get the status of 1 or 0. Now it is in the format of a string. So we need to convert. We need to convert it to integer before submission. So here I will say, I will move this to up because it should be available in both the cases, in case of create also, in case of edit also. Sorry. So let's convert it into the integer before submission. Parse int and here I will put, what should I put, values dot status comma 10. So I'm submitting here as integer. Okay. Okay, let's save it. Okay, so when I'm, even if I'm sending disabled, when I'm refreshing, I'm getting it enabled, because when it is coming from the database, okay, it is 1. It's not taking the value. Okay, it is coming 1, right? Let's make it this and save it. Let's check the value. It's going 0, 0, 0. Let's check what is coming in the database. Okay, status is 0 here. Okay, but when I refresh it, okay, when I'm refreshing it, can anyone tell me why I'm still getting 1? When I'm refreshing, it should show me 0, because here I have 0 here, right? Okay, because answer is correct. Ashok Kumar is correct because default is 1 and we are not updating in the use effect. So when I get this use effect, I'm not updating it with the value, right? So let's try to put it here. Status equal to data dot get status. So that way we'll get it from the database. Let's check it now. So still nothing is coming because status is numeric 0 and it is comparing with the string. So let's try to convert it into string and see. Okay, now it is converted to the string and we are able to see disabled. When I say enabled, I will see the value of 1. And when I disable it, I will see the value of 0. Even if I refresh it is coming here 0. So we are now putting the status also in our form. So before I go further, just add the status here and just add the status here. When you want to try to save it, it should be in the numeric format, which it should go to the database. And when you get the status, just make sure you put it in the toString. So do it in 2 minutes. I will open both the places here. So here is the status 1. Just first part you put this here. Second part you need to put this part post.state and then I will scroll down. Just do it now in 2 minutes. Yeah, you can save it in string also in the database. It's not a problem. Because this is status, it is up to you what you want to save it. You want to save it as a string, you can save as a string also. You can save it as enable, disable also. I prefer to save it as integer, but it's okay. For you, you can save it in, if anyone wants to save it as a string, they can save a string. Then no need to convert it into integer here and here. So it's up to you. Or I can also try to see. Let's change it to string. Not a problem. Let me try to save it in the string format. So first I'll delete this one and then I will. Okay, let's delete the status and let's try to save it in the string format. So rather than integer, because we need to do conversion, rather than that, let's save it in the string format also. No need to convert into integer and back to string again. And here also I'll remove the twisting because already it is coming as a twisting. Okay, now it will be saved as a string. Let's try that one. So initially I load the page. We don't get anything because we deleted the field. Let's make it enabled. Save it, refresh it. It's enabled, make it disabled. Refresh it. It is coming disabled. Let's check here. Okay, now it is string. Though you see 0, but it is string as you see here. Okay, so it is coming as a string. And it can be verified here also. So I'm getting string. I have not converted into anything. Okay, let's keep it string now. If someone wants to convert integer, they can do it. Okay, so make sure you put it here at the first place you get the radio button. And I hope everyone has copied my radio button or created it. Second thing which you have to add this status equal to 1 as a default. Then you have to add here post set status equal to value dot status. And while getting it, we need to get the status. That's it. And we need to add the radio button with all these changes. Okay, just I'll open this part, copy it in your code. 1 minute more. Okay, so hope you have completed this part. Let's go further. Now, the thing is that the problem is that this is the campaign movement. So I don't want this campaign title to be duplicated. If I duplicate it, then many people will create with the title of Trump, and nobody will be able to recognize the difference between the two campaigns. So I will not allow the user to change the title or use the duplicate title. So one time you have put this title, that's it, is done. You cannot change it. Also, you cannot take the title which is already exist in the database. So we need to put that condition. And I will not tell you where to put, how to put it. You have 5 minutes and then you have to put the code inside this create page. I will commit my create copy so that you can get it if you want. So what is the task? You have to write it so that it should not take any duplicate titles. Right now, first task is it should not in the database. It should not enter any duplicate title. You can grab my create page if you have not written. If you have written, it's okay. And do the change and commit it. I will give you 5 minutes to do that. So you have to figure out first where should we put that code. Okay, and then once you figure out where you will put, you have to write down that code. So what is the task? Check in DB if title exists or not. So if user has put the title like Trump, but if it already exists in the database, we should give error that this title already exists in the database. Please choose another title, because I don't want title to be repeated. Okay, someone wants to put the title, they should put the title unique, because I don't want Trump should be there. Two people created Trump with the same name, and then other people are confused whose campaign is what. Okay, so just do this. This will carry 10 points. And so you have to figure out where you will put this check and how you will put it. Means what will be the query, what will be the answer, how will you show the error if it already exists, and if it does not exist, how will you proceed. So I want to see that everything. So once you're done, just commit this create file, and I'll get it and I'll check it. Okay, you have 5 minutes to do that. If you don't know, it's okay. After 5 minutes, I will show you how to do it. It should be handled on submit, handle submit. You should not put in the schema. So I'll give you some hint that it should be inside handle submit. You can have validation. After validation, before you even go to this part, you can put code here. Before this post, you can put the code here. And it should be the database query, because you have to check the title in the database, if it exists in the database or not. So it should not be here. And you have to make sure when someone is editing it, then only you have to put that check, because when someone is creating it, okay, so when someone is creating it, then only you have to do the check, because while editing, we will not allow him to edit the title. Okay, so don't check on edit part, only check on insertion part. And it is a database query, so you cannot check with values.title equal to post.title. You have to go grab the database and see what is coming from the database, and you have to see whether it exists in the database or not. If it exists in the database, then you should not allow him to proceed. And if it does not exist in the database, then you should allow him to proceed. And it should be only the creation part, because edit part we will block in the UI only to submit it, not to change the title. Ashok Kumar, your solution is not correct. Ashok Kumar. Wait. Sonu Singh is writing. Wait. Yeah, Ashok Kumar, you have to work again. Sonu Singh, your solution is not correct. Starting is correct, but then it is off the track. Only Sonu Singh and Ashok have tried it, but no one else has, done anything. So let me show you how to do this. Maybe next time you will do it correctly, and both of them solution is not right. Okay, Kate has answered. Okay, this is the right. Again, what else? You have not put the table name in the query. So what we have to do for this? Let me explain you the idea. We have to query the DB, and in equery we have to make that equal to use of equal to, and in the equal to we will say title equal to whatever user has put the title, and what user has put the title, it is saved in state variable called as values. So I will say values dot title. So we have to query like this, and then we have to see if something comes from backend or not. If there is title which user has put, then database will return some object like this. But if this title does not exist in the database, then database will return null, and we can check if it is null, then proceed. And if we find something, that means that title already exists, show error. So this is what is the idea to do this to do this task. Let's do it now. So it should be above this post part, because I don't want to go to post if I don't want to even go further. So I don't want to go here, right? So let's do it. So here I'm writing checking if post already exists in the database. If title already exists, sorry. So we have written one query like this. I will take this query. So we have to query the campaign. So let's name them only Q. I will put it Q only. Or I can put query also, not a problem. Let's put query. And then this get will not work. This get will only work if we have that ID. which we want to query. So this get part will not work. And this is the async part. So never use then inside the async. In the async function, you should always concentrate on await. Okay, so when I get query it, next line will be query dot equal to, and equal to I will check if title is equal to values dot title. That means in the database, check the title for the title which user has put. So if user has put Trump, so it will check Trump in the database. And if user has put Trump 2024, then it will check that 2024. So now I will create a variable called as result is equal to query. First I have to use await, then I have to say query dot first. Here only I want one record, whether it is present or not. If I want multiple records, I can use find. But since here I want only the one record, so I will just say first. That is first one I wanted. And I will check what is coming in the first record. I'll do console.log result. Right now I'll return it because I want to show you. Later on I will delete this part. Let's see now. Okay, I'll refresh it. Let's go to the create page. Okay, we have to make sure this is in the create part. So we will say if not ID, that means only in the create part we have to check it. In the edit part, we will not even allow in the form. Okay, refresh it. Okay, I will put something which is there. For example, title is test. Let's try to put test. Once I click submit, you will see I'm getting some result because test already exists in the database. So what it will do, my query will do, it will take this test and match with title in the database, and if it is matching, it will give me some result, and if it is not matching, it will give me undefined or null value. For example, if I put something which does not exist and click save, it is saying undefined. So that means if title already exists, I get some record. If it does not exist, I get undefined. Is this clear? Till this point it is clear. Okay, so I'll repeat little bit again. So I call the query, I pass the equal to parameter, and I check if title is equal to whatever user has put, and I get the results. And if something is there in the database, I will get something in result, otherwise I will get undefined. So here I will check if, okay, if I do find, which we generally do, then we will get array. See this array, we are getting the array. But we need to check only one record, whether one record is present in database or not. If it is present, we have to give error. If it is not present, we have to just proceed. So it is better to check with the first. Otherwise, with find, we will always get the array. So we will not get undefined result. So we have to use the first. First will give only the object if it exists, otherwise it will give null. And here I will say if result is present, that means the title already exists in the database. I will just set the error and return it. I will say title already exists in the database. Please choose another title. Okay, let's try this now. So it's saying title already exists in the database. Please choose another title. Instead of setting this error and return here, I can also use another method which I haven't shown you before, but I am showing you now. I can throw the error. I will say new, throw new error, and I can put message here. Some message. Okay, so instead of doing these two lines, I can do this throw also. Whenever I do throw, since it is try and catch block, if I put throw something, it will go into the catch block, and catch block automatically will set the error. So instead of writing set error manually, I can throw error also. Okay, so what was the message? I will put it again, this one. So I can use, so I want to show you that throw is also something which you can use in your project. So it is saying title already exists because it went here and I throw the error. Okay. Here also, instead of return and set error, I can throw the error. So let's try to do here also. Okay. Then I can delete this. Once you put throw, no need to put the return statement. So if I don't put anything, if click save, I'm getting this error also, which is coming from the throw. I'll put something which exists in the database. I will get this message. Title already exists in the database. Please choose another title. If I put something which does not exist, it will create it, and we are in the edit page. But once it created it, it's not clearing the error. So if something is good, we should remove this error. So let's do that. So if everything is good, I should always remove the error. So what I can do before even starting the validation, I can set the error with null. That means initially it will set the error with the null, and then when error comes, it will put the error inside it, and if the error does not come, then it will proceed like this. Okay, let's check it now. I will answer 1 second, Shweta, and I have to read what you're saying, but let me first finish this, what I want to explain. Then I will answer your questions. I'll not put anything, I get error. I put something which is already exists in the database, I'll get this error. I'll put something which is not there in the database, and I click save. Once I click save, it is going edit and error is gone. Okay, because before setting the error, I am always clearing the error. This is something clearing the error, and then we do everything. So if error comes, it will overwrite it. Okay, let me see what is on the question. What happens if any number or special character with the same title? Number or special character with same title. So title, we are just checking the titles. So if someone has put Trump, another one has put Trump 2024, it's fine. This is different. These are two different. Though this is the number, this is the days, I'm fine with it because I don't want to, if you have joined this one and you don't want to join this one, it's okay. But if both are Trump, next time you come to the website, you will see, oh, both are Trump. Which one I joined, I don't remember. So both will look same. I don't want to look same. Even if you put some different character like dollar, then it's fine. Because at least both should look different. Okay, though they have the same meaning, same campaign, but they should look different so that the user who joins the website, he should not think that it is same. Okay, this is the Shweta's answer. Let me answer Ashok. Why do we need to check first? It means we always check the first record or the latest one created by the user. Okay, why we are putting the first one here? First one is not dependent on the user. First means whoever has created this campaign with title this, I want only one record. If I want one record, any one record, then I will use first. If I want all the records, I will use find. In this situation, we don't need all the records. We want to see if any one record is present in the database with this title or not. If it is present, then I don't want to proceed further. Is that clear, Ashok? Okay. Okay, so before I proceed further, you can also use this throw new error path. This is something new which I haven't told you before, but you can use it in your application. That way, and that way you learned a new thing in this create one. Okay, so we are checking it here and we are not allowing. Before I go further, just copy this line of statement before this post, and I'll give you 1 minute to do that. Okay, so we are done with this title check. Now we on the UI we have to disable this title if it is you know edit part. So if you see there is a disabled part in the input box. If I pass it true, then it will disable the text box. So just we will go and we have to disable it here. So this is the input box for the title, and I will say disabled equal to. So if it is edit, that means what should be present? If what true? So how will I know it's edit? So I should pass true or false. ID. So if ID is there, I will pass it true, else I will pass false. So if it is edit, ID will be there and I will pass true. And if it is create, ID will not be there, I will pass it false. So if disable is true, that means you cannot edit it. And if disable is false, you can edit it. Let me show you now. Second, where is it? Okay, one second. So this is the edit part, and I'm not able to edit it now because this is disabled it. Some people can hack it and they can edit it, but that's fine for now. I'm allowing hacking people to change it. Then, as an admin, I will delete that record if someone hacks and do it. Because I'm not doing very strict check here. I'm not, we can do strict check also. That I will show you sometime later. But here we are not doing it strict check. So someone who knows the hacking, they can do it, but normal people will not be able to do it. Okay, you require a lot of experience to hack it and change the title. For that, we can prevent on the server side also, which we will see after a few weeks. So right now it's fine. I don't allow the UI to do it. Now he can only put it whatever he wants for the description. But when I go to create one, he can put this title, which I will put similar to what we have previously, and it will give the error message. Then I'll save it, and once it is edit, I'm not able to edit it. Okay, so just do this disable line in 1 minute. Okay, so it's done, I think, right? Okay. So let me see what we can do now. Okay, so we created a campaign. We'll add couple of fields more in few days, not now. At least I should get going. It should work from top to bottom, and then we will try to modify this page, make it a little better, add more fields. Okay, yeah, for this one it's fine. Now once the user has created this campaign, okay, once he has created this campaign, it should go in the pending state, because you see we have the, let's see what is the field, approved equal to 0. You are seeing this approved equal to 0. This approved equal to 0 is something which we need to take care of it now. Okay, now once user has submitted, it should go to the Yeah, pending for approval, because it is 0, it is pending for approval. Now admin has to come and he has to approve this, all the campaign which are in approval state. So also we have to do one thing. Once I create it, it should go to approval state, and it should also send email, because if you don't send email, many users don't know what is happening. So we have to do lot of email to and fro. We have to send lot of emails. Okay. So everything, whatever happened, just send email. Everything, whatever happened, just send email. So when campaign is created, first email which we have to send is to the creator that your campaign is created successfully. Admin will approve and let you know, something like that. I don't know the exact wording now. Second email, it will go to admin by saying that a new campaign is created. Please approve it. Okay, so we need to do these two things. Okay, so which we will do not today, but maybe tomorrow I will do, because I need to show you how to send the email. We need to install the library. We need to see how to send the emails, and we to do some things, to make this work. But we will today create one page where I will show all the campaign in the pending state, that is approved equal to 0. Let me first delete all the rows, because I want to start from the beginning, and I will delete all these rows also, because this was created. Only admin part I will not delete. Rest all rows will be deleted. Okay. What is okay? Now it is fresh. Now let's try to add one campaign, and we will go through the process. Okay, so let's create the first campaign, Trump 2024. Here I will put Trump should win in 2024 because of blah 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 blah, whatever I want to put. I want it make enable, I will save it. Right now it's going to edit page only, but we will make change later. Okay, now let's see this one. So I got a campaign created here. It's saying Trump 2024 deleted equal to 0. Status is 1. Same thing will happen with the approved kind of thing, deleted kind of thing. So either you make it this also a string, or I change the conversion while posting it, right? This is something happen every time. I like to keep the number, though I change it to string now, but later on I will change it to numeric only, because I want to keep these things in numeric, even though I have to do some work on the JavaScript side. Okay, so now this campaign is created. Now I will create one page. Maybe I will say admin page, where I will show all the campaign which are pending for the approvals. Okay, let's do that one. Okay, let's do this one. I will go to the routing. So let's create one page. Okay, I will create one folder, a new folder. Maybe I will name it as admin, and inside new folder I will create a new file I'll say pending.jsx. So all the pending will be appeared here. Okay, so that is what I want to do it. Or I will rename it. I don't like pending. I will put as list of campaign. Okay, just let's see. So this is the list of campaign. I need to create a routing so that I should go to this page. So I'll go to the routings, and in the routing I will call this one. Inside admin I call the campaign. Okay, now I'll create one route for this also. I'm copy pasting it, and if user goes to admin, I will go to list of campaign, or I can say admin/list. Okay, so list. I'll just give this URL admin/list. I will see if it is working or not. So here I'll say campaign admin list. Okay, list of campaign, I can see it. I'm just checking. We are seeing. Okay, now I'll build this list of campaign. Let me give some title. So now I want to show all the campaign here. Okay, so before showing all the campaign, I want to query the database, and I have to grab the campaign here. And I also want to search the campaign because sometimes the list becomes so big, and I don't want to scroll or go to pagination to find it. So I need to search also. And right now I will only show the pending one, but also I want to show the non-pending one also, because sometimes let's say if we have lot of campaign and I want to search it and unapprove it, that also we can do. But let's first only concentrate on the pending part. Other part will not see. Search also I will not show. Just I want to see all the pending one here. So before I go further, you should write a query and tell me how can I get the all pending ones here in this page. Okay, I want to get all the pending one here. So you have to query it. Exactly where you will query, you have to figure out. I will just commit this file now. You can grab it. So what is the task again? You have to grab all the unapproved one so that I can approve it. Okay, so that is the task. Either you can create some dummy, because it's a template, dummy template. Now your task is, where will you write the code to grab the list of all the unapproved campaigns, and then we will display it. Don't worry about display part now. Just I want to query the database and put it in some state variable. That is what you have to do it now. Okay, your time starts now. I'll give you 5 minutes. Okay, so your query is correct, Kate, but you need to put it in the state variable. You have to, and where will you write that code? Just you have put the query, but where will you write it? Whether you will write it above the function, below function, where exactly? I want exact details. So maybe complete file is needed. If you put function, I don't know where you want to put that function. Okay, so better you put you give the whole file in the Telegram or here. Here it is little space. Maybe you can give it in Telegram. So Rakesh, you're sending me, but you have to send me the whole file, because where you will put this function, how will you call this function? Ultimate aim is you have to put in the state variable. Where is the state variable created? You just put the function and updated the state variable, but that has to be in the state variable. And make sure you also use pagination. We will be having pagination, so you should not get the array. You should use with count, as I explained few weeks back. You have to use with count. Don't put pagination part now, but at least you should have with count. And you have to specifically send the whole file where you will put it. Okay, so time up. Those who have sent, it's okay. Now those who don't know, they can watch. It is better you should send me the whole solution. And if you're not able to do this solution, then it is better you can watch past videos, because we have done similar thing here in this home.jsx. Okay, if you're sending the solution, don't send me in the group. You have to send me personally, otherwise someone will check it. Okay, what is this? I see the create part. So what are you sending? I see there is a form. We are not building any form. We are not building any UI now. I want the function only. Okay, Rakesh, you need to fix your code. You are sending me the create code. Okay, no worry. Let's see how we will do this part. So we have to get the data for all the unapproved one. Okay. So maybe I can create a function called as get results. which is arrow function, and I will call this function in the use effect. No one has sent me the message with the use effect, because use effect is something when you load the page, you can call that API or anything you want. So this get result should be called inside the use effect. And I have to, if you see, okay, so let's try to put it here. So since we need parse, right now I don't need any UI part. Let's put the parse here. And here I have to do the same thing what we did now. We have to query it like this. So I will query it. Then here equal to was title, but in this case equal to will be approved. And what value of approved we need? We want the approved should be 0. If it is 0, then only we want the record, and if it is not 0, we don't want it. Also, I don't want to see the deleted one. Deleted are gone. Deleted are deleted. There is a soft delete, but I don't want to see the deleted part. So I will say equal to, I want to say deleted is equal to 0. That means they are not deleted. If they are deleted, this value become 1, and I don't want to see that. Okay, I want to see all which are not deleted. Okay, so I'll put this part also. Then I will go and do query dot find dot then dot catch, and inside then I will get some data, and inside catch also I'll get some data. And in then I will put console.log data is data. See, once I have not put yet the callback, but once it will complain me here in this terminal, I will put it. Right now I will not put it. Okay, let it complain, and then only I will put it. So let me refresh it. So we get one data because only one is there with approved equal to 0. Okay, so now we have to put this in the state variable. So before I go further, just finish this result part. Just create this function and use effect and see if you are getting this data. And if you cannot check it, it's fine. At least do it till this step. I'll give you 1 minute, 2 minutes to finish this. Okay, so let's go further, right? Now we have to create the state variable where we will save it, constant. Previously I used values. Here I can use records, maybe state records. I can use anything. I use anything. I can use state, state. I just keep changing. I'm changing it because you should know that we can change also. And this records will have one of count, initially 0, and results. Results will be the array. So to get this count and results, we need to also say query dot with count. We have to pass with count, so the data should come as object, and object has two key value pair, count and the results. Okay, that is what we have to do. The data is coming count and the results, and we will put these two things directly in the state variable. And here I will check what is the value in the state variable. So here I will put this data in the records. So I have to call the set records, and in the set records I will create arrow function. Here I will say rec just return previous value of the state variable records, and then followed by we need to get the data. Data is object. So I can say in two ways. I can say count is equal to data dot count, results equal to data dot results. This is the one way I can say. Another way is I can directly say dot 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 data, because both are object. So putting the data is equivalent to this one. Both are same. So if I refresh it, you will see the records is a state variable, and I'm getting it count 1, and results I'm getting whatever we get from the server. So let's delete this part. We'll use only one. Let's use it this one. Okay, I'm getting the results. So what we did, we created a state variable. We created the function to get the data from the server, and we call this function in the use effect. Don't forget to use this one, because always database call on the page load happens inside the use effect. Right now it's not complaining of dependencies, so I'm not putting any dependencies here. Now we got the record, we have to show the record here. So we'll just show in a simple way now, and we'll work on it. So let's go to the list part. And in the list part, we have something like this, or right now something like I'm checking which one I can use. Okay, let's use it this part, but right now we don't have the face of the user, so we will use some different avatar. Okay, so for that we need the avatar part also. So this is the avatar. So for avatar, I am trying to show like this. Okay, show like this. Okay, first let me grab this part, list part. Okay, let's copy whole file, and I will create a new file called as list items.jsx, and I will put this file here, list items. Here I will call that file. Is it okay to put list items here? Though in this file I have created align list items. It's align. Is it okay to keep this, or I should put align item list? Okay, yeah. So it is okay because here we are using export default. Since it is default, so we can name it here anything. So list item is fine. Let's put this list item here to see whether it's looking. I will put inside the div so that I can put any style sheet also. One second, let me see. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, so we are getting this since I don't have image, so it's just showing this kind of thing. Let's try to fix something. Okay, so we are able to see the records, though we are not able to see the real records which is coming here. I will pass it there and then you will able to see that. So it's saying max width of 360. Let's delete this for now. Okay, so we get this little bit bigger. BG color is background paper. Okay, so here it is saying the image. We don't have image right now. So let's try to see what we can pass in the avatar. Okay, let's try to remove this. And what is coming here? Okay, if I'm removing the source, I am getting this part. I don't want this part. I want something, if it is Remy, I want R or RS, whatever I get, something like this one. So they are using some string avatar name and they're putting some color. I don't need the color, I need only this function. Let's put this function here. I don't need this one. Or let's copy it. It looks nice. Let's copy this color also. Okay. Okay, so I am just copying their function. I'm not going into detail of this function, how it is done. That is not the part of today's one, but if you have time, you can go through it if you want. Otherwise, just copy it right now. And let's put it this one. Let's copy this avatar like this, and I will put the name from here. For the second one, let's put the name. Okay, for third one, okay, so I'm getting some different color based on the name, based on the logic they have written. So this is the dummy text. We created it. Now we have to make it. We have to make it from the results which we are getting it. So here, let me pass the results to that page. Okay, I'm passing the results. I will also pass the count also to that page. And let's grab what is coming here. Let's check it here. So we are getting the props in the list items. So now we have to go through the results, loop through it, and put it here. Instead of this, we have to put that one. So right now, I will only put the title. I will not put the description because this description can be big enough. I will put that description also, but not immediate. First, let's put the title only. So I will not put this title. Now it is your assignment for today. You have to put the title here, and here also you should pass. In the avatar also, you should pass the title here. Okay, and this branch this week, you have to put title here in the primary part. Don't worry about secondary part. Do not do any change on the secondary part. Just put title here and title here. Loop through it. Right now, this list is the main top, but list item, we are looping the list item. Then we are looping list item, another one. Then we are looping the list item. So you have to loop through the list item from the results which we are getting it. In the props, we are getting the results, and we have to loop through the results and show all the results here. Then we will create some action buttons here so that we can delete it, or we can approve it or unapprove it. Something like that we'll do tomorrow. So I'll commit this code, and you have to take this file and loop it, make it dynamic. That's all for today. And I will check your code, that is check box or select box. Tomorrow I'll check that, or in 1 or 2 days I'll check that when we'll go to that part. That's all for today. See you tomorrow. Thank you.